'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Black 22.
Right here, right here.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Winston, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Winston. And some space here. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now it's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jameis to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
Well, this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Gurley again here on first down. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Get ready. Black 22.
Hey, check. Tighten up.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing it out. Looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Flush to his right. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Ryan will throw again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Next to score, Falcons 17, Buccaneers
3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Takk McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Where you coming, Steve? He's coming.
Now Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This one complete to Scott Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
They go play action. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check. Let him go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. An update now from Oakland. The Broncos out to an early lead against the Raiders. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Here we go. Deuce. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Hey, Tuesday.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, no coach.
The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And some room to maneuver. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 9. Space. Check 99. Check 99. Gotta go.
Freeman again. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 23.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ready. Back 25. 11.
We gotta get the
Fly. 25 tonight.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in count.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Winston. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tack McKinley. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1st down, Winston. And that one's complete to Gurley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
Here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big run there by Freeman, 63 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I got you.
Following the interception, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, get ready. Right 25.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Ryan now off the bootleg. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again is Ryan. Flushed out, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? Blue ready.
Yeah, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Green, cover thing. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. To throw, Winston. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Let's go, fellas.